Now, Jabulani Ncayiyana and join us on Morning Live for the book review feature, so you can tell us more about the books that you are reading or have read. So all we have to do is simply to email, Instagram or tweet us a picture and the relevant caption of your pick of the week, must read for 2018, your current read, and the one you are hoping was going to be great but turned out to be rather disappointing. Use our social media platforms, tweet us using that handle at Morning Live SABC or hashtag Morning Live SABC. All right, today we've invited one of our viewers to join us for our Sunday morning book review feature. He tweeted us about an audiobook that he listened to and that he recommends highly to Morning Live viewers. His name is Jabulani Ncayiyana, an academic and self-proclaimed bookworm from Cape Town. He joins me now from our Seaporn studio to review his must-read book titled What Truth Sounds Like, and our unfinished conversation about race in America by Michael Dyson. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and warm welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning.
Good morning indeed. Now, can you give us a brief outline of the audiobook you've just listened to? How did you find it?
This is a really good read. The book is written by Michael Eric Dyson, who is an author, a well-renowned author and an academic. He talks about he said he captures the ongoing conversation in the U.S. about the race relations in the U.S. But he starts from 1963 when, at the time, the Attorney General, which is Robert Kennedy, invited a group of prominent Black American leaders at the time. Among them was James Baldwin, who is a renowned writer, and musician like Harry Belafonte and Lena Horne, to his house to discuss strategies of how to improve the plight of African American in the U.S. That's how we start this book, but he goes on to talk about what is currently happening in the U.S. right now with the election of Donald Trump and the situation that is faced by continue to plight African American.
Yeah, and Dyson also rounds out the book by bringing the contemporary cultural touchstones into the discussion, among them Jay-Z, Beyonce. So what is it that made you decide to go for this book?
Well, I was introduced to Michael Eric Dyson, who is the author. There's a book before this one called Tears We Could Not Stop, a Sermon to White America. Basically, Michael Eric Dyson is what you can call a public commentator, or public intellectual. He's very in tune with what is happening in America, in politics and the lives of African American. So I first picked up that book. I was very impressed with how he writes, his writing style. And he's very in touch with whatever is happening. He can talk about, he's very comfortable to talk about rap, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar. So he makes you, as a reader, connect really quickly with the situation in America, even if you don't live there, even if you're not that well versed about America, because he can connect what he's talking about to a pop culture that a lot of young people would relate to.
Yeah, indeed. And apart from connecting with the pop culture that they can relate to, he also depicts he depicts this as a watershed moment for American politics. You know, that defines that. I mean, that rather began with a conversation about forcing white people to be witnesses of black suffering. So I want to ask you, what is it that you took away after listening to the audiobook?
I think the main takeaway from the book is really about being a witness and speaking truth to power, because the meeting is referring to in the 1960s was this a very diverse group of Black Americans who were really talking truth to power to the Kennedys. So the Attorney General Robert Kennedy was the brother to John Kennedy, who was the president at the time. So for them to be bold and really talk to him about the situation that was facing African American at the time, and bringing to current times where a new breed or kind of witnesses that are also speaking truth to power. That's where he referred to Beyonce talking about the killing of unarmed Black men, the athletes like LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick kneeling to protest about the treatment of African American. So really, it's about we cannot stop witnessing to being witnessed and speak truth to power.
All right, Jabulani, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We really appreciate your time. Well, that's our book reviewer for this month from Cape Town, Jabulani Ncayiyana, and he was helping us unpack his recommendation for a must-read titled What Truth Sounds Like by Michael Eric Dyson.
Let's now take a look at some of